All right, all you Yankees fans. I got my good buddy Jake, die-hard Yankees fan. We do a Sunday night show, review all the NFL games. Here's his breakdown about how you guys are going to win the World Series and with the changes you need to get made. Pretty insightful. I think you'll love the content. Thanks for watching this video. Here it is.
As I say every week, Beers by the Ivy, Cubs podcast in summer. We talk a lot of football in the winter and fall, whatnot. But Jake's diehard Yankees fan. So what are you seeing, dude? Are
All
you
right,
getting nervous or what's going on?
I'm I'll be nervous if we lose tomorrow for sure.
Well,
So
yeah,
Friday,
down.
go back to Friday night, against Flaherty. I knew that was going to be a really tough game. Yankees lost that game. They did. That was not the Dodgers winning it. The Yankees just straight up fucking lost that game. They sold really hard. Boone made honestly one of the dumbest management decisions I've ever seen. So just to recap, fifth inning, they get a sac fly score. Top of the sixth, Yankees come up. Stanton hits a two-run shot. Absolute majestic home run. 412 feet, pure golf swing at it. There was a video angle that came out. Somebody's recording it behind the plate. And like it's almost like comical how high this ball went when he hit it. But that's just Stanton. He's superhuman. Betts hits a sac fly to score Ohtani in the eighth. So you got a 2-2 game. Top of the 10th, Volpe scores on a fielder's choice, or not Volpe, Jazz Chisholm scores on a fielder's choice that Volpe hit. That's just his speed. He'd end up stealing second and third on that and then scored off the fielder's choice. So we got a lead going to the bottom of the 10th. The suspect call that I will say, so we load the bases to bring up Freddie fucking Freeman.
Yeah.
You intentionally put three on to get to Freddie Freeman to have a lefty-lefty matchup. Well, rewind a little bit. First, you have Nestor Cortez against Ohtani. Get him out. Verdugo makes probably that catch is going to get overlooked. I don't know if you saw it or not. So he's playing in left field on the run, like catches the ball like as he hits the fence, like but it caught it like because the fences there are low, so like caught it at his knees, like flips into the first row. And when he came up, I was like, oh, he dropped it, whatever. Like there's just a strike, but he came up with it. So since he had the ball, that automatically advances the runners, but the play's dead. I don't know how the fuck he held on to this ball because like he ate nothing but concrete pretty much. But he gets up, he's fine. He ended up playing the rest of the game too. So there wasn't a whole lot of game left. But you go to Nestor Cortez in this moment. Why? Nestor Cortez is a starting pitcher who has a UCL injury. He came off of a 35 plus day stint where he hadn't pitched. And you're bringing him in crunch time in the bottom of the 10th in LA. Bases like this is the World Series. This isn't like, the 100th game of the season. Like we're not trying new shit here. Like you had Tim Hill, he's been a proven reliever the whole entire postseason so far. So why and he's got, funky sidearm, sinker, slider like mix. Like, why don't you go to Tim Hill in that situation? So walk-off grand slam, game one done. Cool. Some of the highlights from this are like you have Judge, who's been atrocious with runners and scoring in position. Soto's hot, Stanton's hot.
So
Jazz had
hot.
a good game. So like you have players that are performing. In the World Series, it doesn't matter what the regular season looked like. All that shit's out the window. You have to take this day to day. So game two comes up. The Dodgers, who won game one, change their lineup. Yankees do nothing. So you're keeping and this. I'll read you this lineup just from who they're like, which side like handed back. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
All right. So you got Glaber lead off. He's been incredible this whole entire postseason. Honestly, since they put him in the leadoff position, he's kind of like really figured his swing out. So Glaber batting righty, Juan Soto batting lefty. Uh, those two are like locked. You have to keep those two where they are. But then you have Judge, who's been atrocious for like pretty much the majority of the postseason. But he's a righty, Stanton's a righty, Jazz Chisholm lefty, Anthony Rizzo lefty, Volpe righty, and then
Rizzo.
Wells and Verdugo are both left-handed batters. So when you set the lineup like that, you have two different alleys where you're going to be, if you have a reliever in, do like the rules of, they have to face a minimum of three or end the inning or whatever it is. You're giving them that alley to bring in like a lefty and have them on that lefty-lefty matchup. So if they roll that same lineup out for game three, absolute slap in the face to the Yankees fans. But they just keep on doing the same thing.
So
And the
what do you want them
definition
to
of
do
insanity
though?
is
Dude,
doing the same thing over and over again and
this
expecting a
is
different result. They're getting Walker Bueller. So game three in New York, they're getting Walker Bueller. Absolutely imperative that they hit him because he has not looked anything like the Walker Bueller that you might think of for like the last 2 years. Uh, they have to hit him and they have to hit him early to get to the bullpen because game four, Dave Roberts already announced that game four is a bullpen game for them. So that's two potential games, like two pivotal games. Aside from that, they're already down 0-2. So like you lose those two games, it's fucking over anyways. But you have
yeah.
to get to Walker Bueller early and bring the bullpen in, and then really stretch them out on a Tuesday. So what you gotta do is you gotta swap. Number one, Judge has to drop in the lineup. You can't bench him because he's only one swing away from figuring it out. But you have to have Stanton up at his spot. With how hot Stanton's been, and people are gonna have to pitch to him, what I would do if I make this lineup is I would go Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto, Giancarlo Stanton. At cleanup, I'm throwing Anthony Rizzo out there. He has literally showcased how clutch he's been
He's
this postseason.
unbelievable.
He's not afraid. Like
Bro, he's
last
not
night,
afraid.
maybe he doesn't get hit, or maybe he doesn't get a hit. So what does he do? He, chokes up on the bat, gets literally on the box and dares them to throw, and clip the corner. I dare you. And they clipped his elbow. Gets on base, top of the 10th. So he's not afraid to do what he needs to do to win. And you have to put like ego and pride aside in the postseason if you want to like actually excel and go far.
I mean,
So
maybe I'm just a Cubs fan, but you got to put Rizzo in. If someone's not scared of the moment, that person needs to be on the plate. We know
yeah.
Rizzo ain't scared of the moment.
And Rizzo's batting 368 right
Dude,
now.
he's awesome.
So
He's like literally like an all-time Cubby. Like this, at
yeah,
least you gotta, dude, this is so cool for you to even get. Like, I wish the Cubs were in the playoffs because then I got to do all the same stuff that you're gonna do, which is like think about how stupid play calls are, celebrate and drink beer.
yeah. I mean it's fun, but it's super stressful. A
It
lot of the
is.
stuff is the answer's right there. It's just like not being executed. And then I got to listen to Aaron Boone talk about how like we're right there, like every single presser that he does. He's like he's gonna figure it out. Like you can't let him stay in the same spot and attempt to figure it out. He's batting 150 right now. He is atrocious with runners in scoring position. And with Gleyber Torres batting 289 and Soto batting 350, those two are going to be in runners. They're going to be in scoring position when Judge is up. So you got to go Torres, Soto, Stanton, Rizzo, and then I would put Judge after Rizzo. So make him bat five. And then after that, you literally just go left, right, like down the lineup, and it works. You won't have that because if you go to a bullpen game and you have those lanes where they can just line up whoever they want, like their relievers look really good this whole entire postseason. So I don't know. You got to make adjustments. That's all. If you don't make adjustments, and then especially if you go out and lose, like Aaron Boone's got to be fired. He potentially, and this is like even if he wins, he could be the first manager. I don't think it's ever happened before to win the World Series and get fired like the day after the season ends. Like it would not surprise me with how many suspect like decisions he's made. I would not
That's
even be sad about it.
that is such a fan take. That is
I
such
don't
a,
I don't care that you hit a home run against the Red Sox. Like, no.
that is such a fan take though.
It is what it is. If you want to play stupid games, you can win stupid prizes. I don't know why. Like, I want to know the thought process. And he'll sit there and he'll be like, "Oh, well, I like the numbers." I looked at the fucking numbers because John Boy pulled the numbers up,
Yeah.
and Freeman against a lefty with runners in scoring position in the postseason is like 7 for 12 or something like that. So what numbers is he looking at? Like, don't tell me individual numbers because there's like regular season stats and then there's playoff stats. And Freeman's got that clutch gene in him. He does. He proved it in Atlanta.
Oh, for
He proved
sure,
it in
man.
Dodgers.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with you though. You got to look at like the postseason. Like, I don't care about what happens in the regular season. If the judge ain't playing good, put him down the lineup.
No.
And if
And if
that's
you
a
did care
problem,
about what happened in the regular season like that, Judge's 50 some odd number of home runs that he would have hit, like that would
yeah.
matter a lot more. But this is right now.
No, dude,
The
you're about
reality of it
winning
is
the
you have two
game.
games left in your season. You
That's
have
right.
two games. Until you win one, you have two games left. That's it.
100%. I like it, dude.
But they could very easily win, Monday and Tuesday. I think they're two games that they should definitely win. I might actually look tonight and I might see what I can catch their odds at to win the World Series. And I might do something like, do some like, three like triple crown type action, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
little Yankees, Pacers,
Mm-hmm.
Colts from the AFC South type deal. I don't know, do something crazy. But
Colts ain't winning the AFC South. Save the
no.
money.
Oh no,
Pacers.
I'm talking next year.
Oh, next year. Oh,
Uh
okay. Oh, future out
yeah,
there.
no, it doesn't even let you bet futures right now since
Oh,
the
okay.
season's already going on like that. At
Oh,
least not in
okay.
the Virginia book, so it is what it is.
Well, I'm
But
hoping you guys. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember the fancy boys of LA now got to go to the cold city of
exactly.
New York. So,
And it was 30 degrees there the other night when they played against
yeah.
Cleveland.
Right.
So
So that's we'll see how the pretty boys handle that.
I can't stand them. I can't stand their super like suspect like touch and tip celebration they do. All their
Yeah,
little dancing, like they look like a bunch of metrosexual
they
like
do. And they
up
got like
there.
all this like fancy ass like haircuts and shit. I'm like I know not a lot of people like the Yankees, obviously, but I definitely don't. I like the Dodgers. Like I like the Yankees more than I like the Dodgers.
Yeah, like times like this, we need Roger Clemens out here just like giving people bow ties as he used to call it, like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But we don't get that anymore. Now it's even rare. And then on top of that, game one, sorry to like go back to game one. You
Hmm.
waste Garrett Cole's absolute gem of a start. Like the first inning like happened, and I was like, oh man, he's getting touched up. Like everything is getting hit and it's getting hit hard. He's not even gonna last like three innings. And then literally like second inning on, lights out. Gets pulled at 88 pitches. Like why are we pulling him at 88 pitches when he gave up? It was like a 10 pitch at bat to Teoscar Hernandez and you pull him. Like that wasn't like he just came out in first pitch, roped a single into right field. Like
Is there a
it was a
plan to
hard
have him
fought.
back sooner now?
He was up 0-2. Like he
No,
had,
like is he gonna pitch? What game is he gonna pitch next?
I mean, you would think that if we lose tomorrow night,
Four.
Tuesday night, Cole's on the mound. That's my thought process behind that. Like I want my best pitcher on the mound at that point. I don't care what the rotation is, but
I agree. I mean, like literally, like I mean, when the Cubs are going deep in the playoffs, we'd bring in like somebody just for like an inning who's a starter. I mean,
yeah,
you're
that's
throwing
what you
balls at the
have to do
wall,
to
dude.
win.
Balls at the wall.
We tried to bring a starter in. The problem is he hadn't pitched in 35 days. And then Aaron Boone will sit there and be like, oh, well, he looked really good in all of his workouts and all of his sim games. Like a sim game is way different than
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
game
we.
on the line.
This might be wrong, so guys don't fact check me, but I'm pretty sure like Hendricks was pitching, and we put in Lester for like one inning or something, just to like cover some ground for us, And obviously they were
Probably.
both starters. So, yeah, man, that's the fun thing about baseball. It's the smallest mistake just gets so enlarged,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
it's literally a game of inches. Like you see, the fan pulled the ball over and it wasn't going to be a home run. But that's what all
Hmm.
the oblivious Yankees fans are just like, oh, it was a home run. Like you can look at the ball trajectory, like where the fan caught it and pulled it over. That was off the wall. Like it would have been a double at the best, anyways.
Hmm.
So, I mean, little shit like that. But it's a game of inches, man. Like, it is what it is.
I'm rooting for you guys, man. Hopefully, I'm hoping the cold weather comes in and you guys get out there and just alpha them.
You gotta. I hope we drop like 12 in the first two innings would be fantastic, and I'd be sitting pretty.
Yeah, and then
But
you just enjoy the rest of the night. Well,
yeah.
hopefully you do.
Really, yeah, get deep into their bullpen and just like lay it on them. But
All right,
I don't
well, if
know.
they if they lose one at the next game, let's not do a show. But if you want to do an impromptu show if they win, let me know.
All right, we'll do. Also praying for Otani. Hope that he's good. It just like dislocated his shoulder in the game last night when he slid, so he should be fine. Everything, like all the reports are saying he's good, but never want to see that happen in one of the game's, best talents. I fucking hate him personally, but still don't want to see people get hurt like that.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you want to. I mean, you want to beat them at the best. I mean, you don't want to
Yeah, no
like.
doubt.
But maybe you don't care though when the parade's going on. You
No,
know?
I won't care when if he's in a sling when the parade's going on. I'd be like,
No, like if the Yankees win, like you're not gonna be like, oh, but we won without Ohtani playing. Like no one
I'm
cares.
not gonna care. He's kind of been a
Yeah,
non-factor to be honest. He hasn't really done a whole lot. He's
he's
trying to
probably
hit every single ball like 800 feet. So a lot
yeah.
of flyouts, and he's got that like all the Japanese players that are coming up right now. They all have that same like bat uppercut kind of swing.
Yeah.
Uh, really good for breaking balls. Really good for fastballs high in the zone, but terrible for balls that are down and away. Uh, you keep that. They got to keep that bat head like that flat level and push it through the zone to really get to it. And if they're not like staying disciplined with their swing, it can get out of hand really quick.
Well, time will tell.
Time will tell. Need the Yanks to clean up honestly every game in New York and then just win one. They could potentially be playing the World Series Game 7 on my 30th birthday. So I will be in fucking shambles if that happens.
Well, I'll tell you right now, dude. Penguins were down 0-2 in 2017, and then they came back, won both games at home, and it was 2-2, and then they cleaned it up in six.
Yep.
So, hey
It's
man,
happened before. I mean, shit, it happened to the Yankees in '04. They lost the first three and
yeah,
then
but
or they won the first three and then lost the next four. So
yeah, that team was loaded though.
yeah,
This team's loaded
losing
too,
to
though.
Boston.
This team's loaded too, but that team also had this guy named Derek Jeter. And can the leadership of the Yankees come back, rally the troops, and lead the two victories in a row? That's the question.
I need Judge to stop. He's sitting on breaking balls, like waiting for a breaking ball to hit, but he's whiffing at breaking balls. Like I think the stat was like he's 58% of the balls that he's like the breaking balls he's swung at, he's missing like completely. That is horrendous. It's up like 30% almost from what his regular season stat was. So he's got to get it figured out. The team's going to go as he goes, but honestly, I think his ripple effect of him not being able to hit is really like hurting the team. Um,
Well, you just gotta have conversations like, guys, I'm not hitting. You guys are gonna need to take over. And you just change the order of who theoretically carries the load. Like,
yeah, I
the
mean,
whole idea that the game of baseball needs to be on one guy's shoulder, which I know you're not saying, but like that concept of your best player has to make all the best plays. No.
no, it can't be because at the very most, if one person's hitting, the most runs they can score by themselves is one run.
Exactly. So move him down the order, fine. And
Because
just let it
you
roll.
got to
Hey,
have that realistic conversation with the leaders.
yes. Dude, like,
It's got to be Judge and Boone getting together and be like, we need to get this going.
yeah, pull me down the order.
Stan's
Like he
hitting.
should,
I'm not.
yeah, he should be literally going to Boone and saying, pull me down the order.
Yeah. And if you get it figured out down there, you get it figured out,
Right back
keep it
up.
down there.
Or
But
keep him down. Yeah.
dude, if I had something like that happen and I got all of a sudden like the lineup started clicking, I would not change it. It's one thing to not make changes when the lineup is like clicking and going smooth, but it's completely different when you're just out there sputtering. Kind of feels like you're spinning your tires, but you're not going anywhere.
Damn right, dude. Imagine they put him at 9 or something, and then he just starts hitting like so well at 9. That'd be like
God, that'd be
historic.
crazy.
I mean,
I
why
mean, that's
not?
I'm not gonna say put him at 9, but like move him further down. The
Hmm.
bottom of the line just has there's no threat, there's no pop. Which kind of sucks. Like you got Verdugo out here like half swinging at stuff and like check swinging making barely any contact. Jazz Chisholm's barreling up a lot of pitches, but he's also swinging a really light bat. Like you can tell by how fast he gets his bat head through the zone that his bat is anywhere near as heavy. So when you're putting that like lighter wood on it, you're not going to hit the ball as far anyways. Whatever he did against the Phillies when he first came over, we need to get him back to that because that dude played lights out that series. Uh, Volpe's not really providing a whole lot of power. He's gotten a lot of like base hits and doubles throughout like the postseason, but his chase rate is like through the roof compared to where it was like leading up to the World Series. So probably a lot of nerves there. And then Austin Wells is like 5 for his last 50. Like that dude's just a ground out waiting to happen every time he comes up. So I mean that sucks, but he's also a rookie catcher. So what are you gonna do? If we put Trevino back there, it's going to be stolen base city because that dude just does not contain runners on the base paths.
I mean, that's just, yeah.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know.
I mean, just guys gotta step up and hit the ball.
Yeah,
Like that's it. Like you just gotta everyone's gotta step up and hit the ball. I mean, the Cubs in 2016. I mean, that's what I live on. But like Rossi, catcher, he played big. You know, like there's just
Yeah.
certain guys that just stepped up and played big in that series.
Yeah, Rossi played big in that, and now where's he at now?
Well, he got fired as the general manager of the Cubs, but other than that, I think I'm sure he's doing good. But yeah, I
No, I know that, but like, you know what I mean? You got it's the World Series is like a moment to moment thing.
okay, yeah, sorry, I didn't get your point. Yeah, that's damn right. It is a moment to moment thing.
Yeah.
Like Zobrist was literally in my like our best player that whole playoff run. Like he was just so clutch and so badass. Like maybe he wasn't, maybe he was, but like in my opinion, like I loved how clutch that dude was.
Yeah, you can get the unlikely hero that comes in and steps up and just like
Yeah,
really
like
like
he played
takes a huge
huge.
load off a team,
He
but
had huge hits, but he wasn't like the leader of the team. You know, he's a respected
no,
guy,
definitely not.
but yeah, I mean Rizzo, Bryant, probably well definitely
Watching
Rizzo,
watching
Lester probably.
Soto, it almost feels like the Juan Soto show with the Yankees right now. It's like
He
Soto
does.
and both of those two are just like those two are insane at the plate right now. Stanton swings and misses a lot, but like I'd rather have him swing and completely miss than swing, make shitty contact, and then get a ball like on the ground that he has to like dig out because he's the slowest person in the league. That dude runs slower than me with two torn ACLs. So I'd rather see that because when he is making contact and barreling pitches up, they're going 480 fucking feet.
Yeah, just putting it consistently together and talking through the leadership of the team is exactly that's I mean that's what you got to do.
Have to. They get a different lineup. They could very easily come out and tie the series up these next two
I think
games.
a different
But
lineup also like scares the opponents because now they're like, oh shit, like these guys are like thinking through some stuff. Like I think
yeah,
like the same lineup is like, oh, we beat them once, we'll beat them again. We beat them twice, great. Let's beat them again. I
yeah,
think a
you
new
can't just
lineup
keep on
shake it up.
throwing the same group out there, hoping that it's gonna work. If you wanna hope something clicks with Judge and all of a sudden he's good, that's one thing. Don't do it for the whole fucking team. Like, now you're just
Yeah,
playing
like
with.
your best player, you could literally. I still think you move them though. I
Yeah,
agree with you.
and there's
Like,
some Yankees fans calling for him to be benched, but I'm like, who are you gonna put in? You're gonna put in
no,
Trent
hell
Grisham?
no, you're not
Trent
benching him.
Grisham batted like 163 on the season and had an uncharacteristically amount of like lazy defensive plays.
Dude, when he goes to play, I was watching yesterday. When he goes to play, you still think the dude's gonna make a hit. You still think he might hit a
Absolutely.
home run. So like
There's
that means the opponent still thinks that too. You don't put some low level guy or even a mid, talent. That's crazy.
yeah, you can't bench him, especially not now,
Hell,
especially with
man,
who his
there's no
backup is.
way. Dude, he cannot have a hit all playoffs, and I would still play him.
Absolutely,
I
especially
mean,
for the
there's
defense he provides.
yes, dude. Like, yeah, but you gotta organize yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, Yankees
But
fans are historically like they're very reactive. I like to think I'm not reactive. I'm very like realistic. You know what I mean?
yeah, sorry, my dog started barking. But yeah, 100%.
Are you?
All right, brother. Well, thanks for
Well,
joining again and go Yankees.
go Yankees 2 games and then hopefully, I don't even know. See what happens.
I'll definitely shoot you a message if they win. I'll be
All right, brother. It's been real. I'll
all
catch
right.
you later.
Yep. See you. Peace.
See you.